it's been a fun week. We got to go down to elementary, and the kids are all excited. So community all behind us, ready for this, and we're hoping to go out and play well and do the best we can.
Well, it's time to get back to business, Coach, as they say here this afternoon. All right, though, you mentioned it, Coach. This is a rematch between you and Bourne. The game, a big win for you on the road. What things stand out in that first matchup between these two ball clubs?
Well, they jumped on us early. Something we definitely like not to happen today. We got to come out, and I think we got to match their intensity early. They're a team that plays with a lot of energy, and we got to match that. They got up on us early. I think it was I want to say 8-9-0 there in the first game, and then we battled back and tied it up pretty quickly, and then we kind of got control of the game, and then we led from the second quarter on. We had the lead and kind of had them chasing a little bit, and ideally I think that's a great way to if we could do that, that would be ideal because it takes them out of some things that they like to do, and we are able to attack them in spots when they're chasing a little bit. They're 1-3-1, they're long, and they can cause you some problems or press. You got to really kind of take your time and just kind of, pick the parts that you see and not try to get in a big hurry. If they hurry up, they can cause a lot of problems. But the first time I thought we did a good job of just, relaxing and taking what the defense gave us and got the ball to where we needed it and made some shots, and then were able to hit free throws down the stretch to hold them off. But they're a lot like us. They get after you, and we got to be able to handle the ball and get good shots every time down.
I was going to ask, Coach, as we break it down offensively, defensively, what's at the top of the list that you have to do to win today?
Well, I think number one is we got to be able to defend Rarick up top. She hurt shit. I think she had 22 the first time against us. So we got to slow her down. We got to contain her penetration. I think we got to make her shoot it from out. She's a much better shooter than she was last year, but her strong suit is going to the basket and getting to the rim, getting that penetration. So we got to slow her down. We got to make some other people make shots, not her and Maudlin, they can really knock down a lot. And then, of course, the Wheeler girl back, she's a very capable shooter as well. So they got some shooters outside. I think we got to make some other people make shots from the outside, though, and not let them really hurt us on the boards. We talked about from the start this week, the board's going to be huge this week, as it was last week. If we can control the boards, I like our chances.
Line up for your ball club today.
We'll start point. We got Kalia Austin and then Hallie Wolf and Haley Dilly have the other guards, and then forwards Chelsea Ralph and Callie Austin.
Then off your bench,
we'll have Elizabeth Mahan and Caitlin Gilstrap will be the two come off the bench as we have most of the year.
Everybody healthy, ready to go?
Yeah, we're excited, ready to go, and ready to get started.
Well, it's just a great opportunity for your girls today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They're excited, but they're not satisfied, and that's what you want. They've been determined all week. And I think, we talked a lot about just belief and knowing that we have beaten them and that we can beat them. And sometimes people, I think, go into the game with them because how good they are, that thinking they're already defeated. And I think our girls have the confidence that know they can play with them.
Coach Gilbert, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game today.
All right, we'll try. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Head Coach Jared Gilbert of Orleans. Stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Spear Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we wrap up the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Here in this regional championship game in the southern part of the state at Jasper High School. Game number 2 today, the Borden Lady Braves and the Orleans Lady Bulldogs. First of all, for the Borden Lady Braves, ranked number 2 in the state, coming in 21-4. At the forward will be number 3, Ava Wheeler, 5'11", and a senior, averaging 10.9. But again, just a few games back this season due to the season-ending knee injury at the state last year. The other forwards, number 22, Emma Hart. She's 5'10", and a senior, averaging 10.8. The 3-guard lineup today will be number 2, Riley Rarick. She averages 16 points per ball game. She's joined in the backcourt by number 11, A.J. Mallett, 5'5", and a senior, averaging 11.5. And number 12, Sailor Slisher, 5'7", and a sophomore, averaging 3.4 for head coach Matt Vick. Again, the Lady Braves, number 2 in the state, 21-4. They average 54.5. They give up 40.2. They hit 52.4% from inside the arc, 27% from three-point range, and 62% at the free throw line for head coach Matt Vick. Again, this first matchup in the regular season at Borden High School, Orleans won that ball game 56-53. For the number 5 Orleans Lady Bulldogs today, at the forward will be number 14, Callie Alston, 5'11", and a senior, averaging 17.2. The other forwards, 33, Chelsea Ralph, 5'8", and a junior, averaging 11 points per ball game. 3-guard lineup, number 10, Haley Dilly, 5'7", and a sophomore, the rebounding machine, averaging 7.9. Number 3 is Hallie Wolf, 5'6", and a junior, averaging 4.7. And number 22, Kalia Alston, 5'9", and a freshman, averaging 9.6. The Dogs scored at 52.8. They give up 37.5. They hit 44% from inside the arc, 27% from beyond the arc. And at the free throw line as a team, 65% for head coach Jared Gilbert. The Bulldogs come in 21-3. And, of course, 21 wins, the most in the history of Lady Bulldogs basketball during a season. And they have a lot of records that they could add to that total here if they are able to pick up the win today at the Jasper Regional. Our starting lineups have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. This is the second Class A regional championship game here at Jasper High School. Earlier this afternoon, Evansville Christian jumped out on White River Valley and just blew away the Wolverines. The final there was 73-32 to advance to next week's semi-state play. And again, where we play the semi-state, that won't be decided until the semi-state show tomorrow when they have the semi-state pairing show on the IHSATV.org at 2 o'clock. And, of course, we know the winner of this game will be one of the participants. Evansville Christian has already punched their ticket to get there. The other two will come from the Shelbyville Regional, where Tri is taking on Greenwood Christian, and Indianapolis Tinley takes on Trinity Lutheran. But right now, all eyes are focused on the Lady Bulldogs of Orleans going after the school's first regional championship game here today. Great crowd on hand, as you might expect from both Orleans and Borden. And, of course, the predominant color scheme today is red, black, and white. And also great to have the Orleans Pep Band, as always, one of the best around the state of Indiana, providing a great atmosphere here today. And to take you through today's ball game, here's Bert Pedigo.
All right, let's see if the Lady Dogs can get it done again as they face the Lady Braves of Borden. You've got Callie Alston going to the center court circle for Orleans. And Rarick there for Borden. Rarick controls the tip. And the Borden Lady Braves will get the first crack at the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Orleans, they're going to start out zone defense. Looks like they're matching up a little bit. Out front with it. That is Mallett. Mallett gets it to Hart. Hart drives in, kicks it back out to Mallett. Mallett drives to the bucket, got there, and laid it up and in. Her first two of the day for either of the two teams, and Orleans, their first possession. Kalia, she gets to the free throw line and no further. Backs it out with Wolf. Wolf over to Dilly in the right corner. Dilly puts down a couple of bounces, brings it back out to Kalia to Callie. Callie at the top of the key with that right hand. Her pass deflected, but she gets it back, hits it off to Ralph at the center court circle, and Borden is stout defensively to start. Played about a minute. Orleans down 2-0. They've got the basketball for the first time right now. Wolf over to Ralph. She's going to try a long three. No good, just short. Hart the rebound for Borden. Borden get it off to Rarick. Rarick drives it into front court. Lost it going into the lane. It was deflected by Orleans out of bounds. It'll stay with Borden.
Rarick, though, able to get the ball all the way down to the free throw line. Once again, this Borden team, they have length across their entire lineup, and this is a difficult matchup for any team.
Rarick, three out of the corner, is up and good. Dilly was right there with her. Knocked it down anyway. She's got her first three. And it's now a 5-0 Borden lead. So just like the first game, Borden off to the good start. Get it over to Callie. Callie had it knocked away for a second, gets it back. Now drives it to the right side to Ralph. Ralph back out front to Kalia. Kalia left side. Wolf will try a three. That's no good. Way off the mark. Rebound. Borden's got it. They run the other way. Mallett quickly into Rarick. Another three on the way is no good. Long kick out of there that Hart runs down in the corner. Her pass back inbounds to save it. Kalia's got it. She will drive under it. Had her pocket picked by Mallett. Real good defensive play there. Mallett into front court. Down low to Hart. She will put it up and in. And a quick timeout to be taken by Coach Jared Gilbert. Borden up 7-0 early. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
If personalized service, answering your questions, and ensuring you have peace of mind is important to you when it comes to insurance, then contact Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance. With 29 years of experience of protecting what matters to you most, Scott can tailor plans that can save you money, whether you're in need of auto, home, renters, life, business, or farm insurance. Give Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance a call today at 812-723-2704 and stop knocking on wood.
Lady Braves looking like the defending state champs, off to a great start here. So the Bulldogs get their feet underneath of them, take a deep breath as they trail it 7-0.
Kalia in front court with it, and they're going to turn it over. Pressure caused the turnover. Run out the other way. Wheeler down the lane, had her shot blocked. Got it back, reverses, and lays it up and in. Turnover to a little bit more difficult two, but it's now a 9-0 score in favor of Borden. Orleans possession of the basketball, driving in. Callie, and she got bumped hard by Rarick, and that will be a foul call.
Be the first on Riley Rarick, team foul number 1. But Rarick did what Coach Matt Vick wants them to do whenever Callie has the ball. Make her go to her right hand. She is capable of doing that, and that time she was able to get to the rim before she was fouled.
Orleans, the inbound to the right of their bucket. They get it into Ralph. Shot blocked out of there, but the rebound comes down right to Dilly, who will lay it up and in. She gets her first two, finally the first two of the day for Orleans at the 5:13 mark of quarter number 1. 9-2, Borden on top. Lady Braves, they've got the basketball. Hart on the left wing. Back out to Wheeler to Rarick. Rarick drives in, leans in, shot no good, but a whistle and a foul, and she will go to the free throw line.
Run that spread offense where they put people around the three-point arc. We see it a lot today, and Rarick is able to take her defender off the dribble. This foul will be on Hallie Wolf. That'll be her first and team foul number 1, but it is a shooting foul.
Rarick, free throw, up and good. Shooting into a red-clad student section for Orleans. They've got the red towels, waving them, trying to distract. Didn't work the first time as Rarick gets the bucket. She's got 4. Going for point number 5 here. It's up and good. Got them both. 11-2 your score. Borden on top of Orleans. Orleans to the offensive end. Kalia out to Dilly. Dilly puts the dribble down. Can't get through. Pitches to the corner to Wolf. Wolf fakes 3. Gets down to Callie. And a reach-in foul going to be called. And that's going to be a big one on Borden because Rarick was the one reaching around.
Number 2 has 2 personal fouls, the leading scorer. So all of a sudden, Coach Matt Vick has to make a decision, see if he might go a little zone here to try and protect Rarick.
I think she has just switched off to Kalia. 5 count on. Rarick takes it away. Ball loose. It got it loose on the floor. Dilly down there with it for Orleans and is tied up by Hart. Jump ball situation favors Orleans. It'll stay at that end.
Once again, though, we see Borden just a little bit more aggressive, a little bit quicker to the balls, which was Orleans did on the road earlier in the regular season. See if the Dogs can come back here and get their intensity ticked up just a bit.
Kalia with it across the timeline, gets it to Dilly. Dilly just left of the key. Puts down a couple of bounces, brings it out to the middle of the court. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Borden up 11-2 on Orleans. Kalia tries to back her way down, can't get through. Leaves it off for Dilly. Dilly in the lane. Back out to Wolf. Long 2 is no good. Rebound. Hart has it for Borden. She waits now, gets it ahead to Wheeler. Wheeler brings it across the timeline, leaves it off for Rarick, and now they'll set against the Orleans man-to-man. Mallett has it on the left wing, out to Wheeler, fakes 3 and travels. Turnover number 1 against Borden.
Just drug that pivot foot before she put the ball on the deck. Orleans struggling from the field, just 1 out of 5 so far here through the first half quarter, while for the Borden Braves, they have put up a total of 5 shots and have hit 4 of them so far.
Get it to Dilly across the timeline. They look down low for Callie. Got it to her. She turns on Wheeler. Shot off the glass is good. Got to that strong side. She's got her first 2. It's an 11-4 ball game in favor of Borden. 3:44 and counting in the first quarter of play. Rarick across the timeline for Borden. He's playing with those 2 fouls. Out front, they get it to Hart. Down to Wheeler. Wheeler fakes again. Shot in the lane. No good. Wild kick out of there that Kalia finally runs down for Orleans. Quickly in the front court to Callie. Back to Kalia at the midcourt circle. And Orleans sets from there. Kalia gets it over to Callie. Callie at the three-point line. Puts down that left-handed dribble. Now had it knocked away, but gets it right back. Wheeler is now on her defensively. Over to Ralph in the corner to Kalia. Nobody posted up. She puts down the left-handed dribble and had it knocked away. Mallard comes away with it. Turnover against Orleans, and now Dilly races back to get a deflection and get the ball right back. Get it to Callie. Callie in a hurry down the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound followed by Dilly is blocked out of there. Callie comes down with the rebound. Over to Ralph. She's open. 3 on the way is good. Her first 3, and Orleans right back in it. 11-7 the score as Orleans, after falling behind, have come right back. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Down the lane, Mallard got to the bucket. Shot up, no good, but she is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, as they say, Mallard got downhill at the top of the key and went straight to the rim. This foul will be on at number 33. That'll be Chelsea Ralph. That should be her first, team foul number 2, but it will be shots at the free throw line.
Mallett's free throw up and good. Make it a 12-7 Borden lead. She's got 3 on the day. Substitution. McKenna Mullen, who has started at times this year for Borden, she checks in. Wheeler she's still out there. Second free throw up and no good. Orleans the rebound as Kalia comes down with it. She'll bring it across the timeline herself. Goes over to Dilly. Ball deflected. Was it saved in bounds? It was. but Orleans comes up with it. Get it to Kalia. Shot off the glass. Good. Not the best offensive set in the world, but it works. She's got two. And it's now a 12-7 ball game in favor of Borden. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. For Mullen, she shoves off, freed up some room for herself, gets it down low to Mullen, who will lay it up and in. She's got her first two. 14-9 the score as Orleans heads to the offensive end. Kalia out top, gets it to Dilly. She's right of the key. Dilly, couple of bounces, leaves it off for Callie. Nearly fumbled it away, but Callie comes up with it. Now she's going to drive in. Got to the left hand in the lane. Shot up and go. 2 bounces on the rim before it fell. She's got 4, and it's back to a 3-point ball game at 14-11. Minute 23 and counting in the first quarter of play. Out front, Mallett with it. Mallett gets it to Hart. Hart leaves it off for Rarick. Rarick pulls up. Long jumper is good. It's a 2. 16-11 to score. She's got 7. Minute 5 to go in the first quarter. Orleans down by 5 right now, but with possession of the basketball. Kalia has used up the dribble, gets it to Dilly. Dilly is out near the volleyball spike line. Couple of bounces over to Wolf. Wolf down low, with the pass kicked out of bounds as Rarick is now guarding her.
Rarick will come out here trying to save her from getting a third personal foul. Taylor Slisher, who started at guard, re-enters the lineup for the Braves, who get a little bit smaller here, but they're still going to go man-to-man.
Inbound to Dilly, brings it back out front. There with it now is Ralph. Ralph, couple of ball fakes, puts down a dribble, can't get away. Now leaves it off for Callie Alston, bumping, but no call. Out front, get it to Kalia. Kalia has used up her dribble, needs some help, looking, still looking. 5 count on, and there's the 5. As Borden locked down on everybody else and prevented a pass.
Did a great job, not only putting pressure on the ball, but also denying any possible passing lane. As for the Borden Braves, we see all of a sudden Rarick coming back in the final 33.5. As Coach Vick made a little defense and offensive substitution here. Looks like Borden, the game plan will be right now to hold for the final shot of this first quarter of play.
Down to 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Borden on top, 16-11. They got out to a big early lead. Orleans has played better as of late. Mallett, she's out front, just kind of dribbling away some time. Gets it to Mullen. Mullen to Rarick with 9 seconds, down to 8. She drives in, leans in, shot up and good. Orleans can go back at them, get it into Alston. That's Callie. Callie will launch at the buzzer. It's no good, and that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. Good start for Borden as they lead Orleans 18-11. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
1 quarter in the books, and right now, Orleans, after falling behind 9-0, they actually outscored Borden by a margin of 11-9. Now trail it 18-11 as we get ready for second quarter action. Borden will begin the quarter with possession of it. Rarick in there with those 2 fouls for Borden. She looks to drive, kicks it over to the near side to Mullen. Mullen, her pass intercepted. Callie in the passing lane. Turnover number 4 against Borden. Into front court. Get it to Ralph. She'll try 3. That's no good. Well short. Rebound comes down to Rarick, but she puts a foot on the inline, so it'll go right back over to Orleans.
Both teams really shoot it good from two-point range in the first quarter. The Dogs were 4 out of 8 for 50%. The Braves 6 out of 8, 75%. Orleans 1 out of 4 behind the arc, 25%. Borden 1 out of 2, 50%.
Get it into Callie. Callie down low, intended for Ralph, but Dilly was there to take it and lay it up and in.
Oh, she got a hold of it. I don't know.
18-13 the score. Dilly has 4 on the night, or on the day. Now Borden to the offensive end. Rarick out front. Takes 3. Drives in. Pulls up. 15-footer is good. Just right of the free throw line. She's already in double figures with 11. And a near steal in backcourt as Mallard was back there trying to cherry pick. Just wasn't able to quite come up with it. Now they get it to Kalia. Kalia in the lane. Drives in. Shot up. No good. And going after her rebound. Reached in on Hart and committed the foul.
On Kalia, that'll be her first, team foul number 1 here in the second. Speaking of free throws, Orleans has not been to the line yet for Borden. Tells you they're attacking a little bit more. They went there 4 times in the first quarter and made 3 of them.
20-13 the score. Borden on top and with possession of the basketball. They get it to Mullen. Out front. Now to Hart. To Rarick. Open. Another 3 on the way is no good. Long kick out of there. And Kalia comes down with the rebound for Orleans. He'll bring it forward to Still. Gets it over to Callie. Callie looks to back in. Got to the left hand and had it knocked away as she drove. Rarick comes up with the loose basketball. Nice pass over. There's Mullen laying it up and in. Mullen's got 4. Then it's back to that 9-point Borden lead at 22-13. Out front, Callie with it. Gets it to Dilly. Dilly backs it out with the dribble. Now over to Callie. She'll try a 3. That's too hard. No good. Rebound. Mallard has it for Borden. She's going to run it forward herself. Gets it over to Mullen. Shot blocked out of bounds, but they're going to say a foul called, and that will go on Callie Alston.
That'll be her first, team foul number 2. But the last 2 possessions, Borden has run their transition game and have got an easy basket and now 2 at the line. Callie got a lot of basketball that time, but unfortunately when she came down, her hand hit the offensive player on the head, and they will call out a foul every time.
Mullen's free throw up and no good. Way off the mark. She's a 56% free throw shooter. 4 points on the day. First time around, she had 7 against Orleans. All right, fouled in the act. She'll get another. Couple of bounces, eyes the bucket, free throw up, and no good, but it took a funny kick out of there, and it went tipped out to Mullen. She gets it over to Wheeler, and Borden will set in the half court again. Out front, Mallard with it. Mallard fires it in the lane to Mullen. It was tipped away by Ralph. Dilly comes up with the loose basketball. She's in the offensive end. Out to Kalia. Kalia drives in. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound underneath. Rarick's got it. And Borden runs the other way. Rarick pitches back out front to Hart. Hart had it knocked away again by Kalia. Kalia, she's going to be ahead of the pack, but Rarick catches up with her. Get it down low to Callie. Close in. Shot is up and good. Finally took advantage of the numbers. She's got 6. 22-15 the score. Orleans down by 7. 5:15 to go in the first half of play. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Mullen goes over to Wheeler. Wheeler back out front to Mullen. She'll run it from the point. Now to Wheeler. They look for Hart. Hart not open. Back out to Mullen. Mullen leaves it off for Mallard as Orleans sets in a zone defense. Mullen out front. Drives in. Kicks it over to the corner. Wheeler open. Good. That's a 3. She's got 5. And it's now a 10-point Borden lead at 25-15. 4:40 and counting in the first half of play. Callie in front court with it for Orleans. Puts down that dribble. Brings it to the top of the key. Now spins into the lane. She's looking for a shot. Got it and got it to go. About 5 feet out. She just backed her way in. She's got 8. 25-17 the score. I think Callie sensing that we need to score. To the high post to Hart. Hart down the lane. Open. Lays it up and in. Orleans just not paying attention. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Matt Vick of Borden. His team is up 10, 27-17. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
If personalized service, answering your questions, and ensuring you have peace of mind is important to you when it comes to insurance, then contact Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance. With 29 years of experience of protecting what matters to you most, Scott can tailor plans that can save you money, whether you're in need of auto, home, renters, life, business, or farm insurance. Give Scott Blankenbaker at Orange County Farm Bureau Insurance a call today at 812-723-2704 and stop knocking on wood.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
Braves continue their good shooting in this quarter. They're 4 out of 5 from the field. Dogs just unable to get stops there on the defensive end. They've been scoring enough points. They just can't slow down this Borden offense, at least through the first quarter and half.
All right, Orleans to the offensive end. Kalia's got it, gets it over to Callie, and we got a push away from there as Mahan checked in at the break. She was pushed into Callie, and the foul is going to be called on Wheeler, who just tried to force her way through that screen.
That'll be the first on Ava Wheeler, team foul number 1. You're right, the Dogs ran a good set play out of that timeout. Didn't get a basket, but at least got a foul. See if they get another chance. Lob it in to Callie at the three-point line. Callie looks to back in, got into the lane, passed it back out front to Kalia, gets it right back at the top. Callie angles over to the right side. She's used up the dribble, needs some help. Kalia cutting down the lane, pass intended for her, and we've got a push as she went out of bounds with it, and I believe Hart may pick this one up. 22, Emma Hart, you're right. Both of them were just battling for that basketball, and Hart got a body on her. That'll be the first on Emma, and team foul number 2. Quick back-to-back fouls against Borden. Wolf into Mahan in the far corner. Back out front to Callie. Ball deflected. Wheeler's got it. She will run under. Hesitation move. Shot up no good. Ball kicks out of bounds. Last touched by Orleans. However, the defense of Callie Alston that time, Wheeler knew exactly who was on her hip, and she knew it was going to be a tough shot. And that time the long arms of Callie Alston kept an easy 2 from going into the hoop. Rarick to Wheeler. Right back to Rarick. Baseline jumper up and good. She got it back just as soon as she stepped in bounds. She's got 13, and now it's a 12-point Borden lead. 29-17 your score. 3:20 and counting in the first half of play. And remember, in the pregame, Coach Gilbert said we got to slow down Rarick. And we got in the lane. Callie went in, and one official, I think, was going to call a jump ball. The other one out front had a foul called, and this one will go against Borden. And it's a huge one. That's on Riley Rarick. That'll be her third, team foul number 3. So Rarick will have to go to the bench with 13 points. And Callie Alston will step up to the free throw line to shoot the first free throws of the day for the Bulldogs. 71% on the year. Free throw up and good. Rarick just has that walk like I'm mad at myself. She's going to the bench. 9 points now for Callie Alston. 29-18 the score. 11-point Borden advantage with 3:13 to go in the first half of play. Alston, that's Callie up there again. Second one is up and good. Got them both. And Chelsea Ralph will check in for Orleans, and Wolf will go out. It's about as big as Orleans can get out there. Hart has it out of bounds. Orleans, they're going to extend pressure. Ball deflected by Callie. It goes out of bounds. This will be the first full court pressure we've seen out of Orleans so far today. Well, with Rarick out of there, they're thinking, okay, there's one ball handler down. Let's see what we can do. Might be a good opportunity to get a couple of easy steals and some easy baskets to get back into this game. Mallett's got it. She drives in, kicks back out to Wheeler. They're going to spread things out a little bit against this Orleans half-court trapping defense. But with their leading score out, might not be a bad idea. Try and shorten up this game, at least in this first half. Mullen, she's on the far sideline, dribbles between a double team, gets it back out front to Flisher. Flisher in the corner. There's a Mallet. 3 on the way is no good.
Rebound. Dilly came running out of there with it, was bumped, got it knocked away, gets it ahead to Callie Alston. Her shot no good. Dilly goes to the floor, had it taken away from Mullen. And down to Wheeler, ahead to Mallett, who puts it up and in. Good. Count it. And a chance for a three-point play.
Helter-skelter play going back and forth, and Borden ends up on the best end of the deal with a three-point play opportunity. A foul will go, I believe, on Chelsea Ralph.
Yes.
That should be her second, and that will be team foul number 3.
Now, they just got her for one on the board. That free throw up by Mallett, no good. Callie comes down with the rebound for Orleans. Callie, she's going to drive in and tried to drive and had it knocked away. Mallett says it was off of Orleans, but the official, no help there.
Good job by the Braves to quickly get back. Orleans still in attack mode. That's good to see. Even though they know that they are down here by a dozen, they got to try and close down this gap and get some positive plays here in the final 2:17.
Wolf gets it into Ralph. Ralph spins in the lane. Shot no good, but a whistle and a foul. And she will go to the free throw line.
May have gotten a break there. It looked like she took a walk. That'll be on Ava Wheeler. That'll be her second. Team foul number 4. All of a sudden, foul starting to mount up here against the Braves. Now the Dogs have got to score some points with the clock not running.
Ralph's free throw short. No good. Let's see. Chelsea comes in shooting 68% on the year, averaging 11 points per game. And get her team a point closer. Second free throw, no good, wouldn't fall. Rebound, and Dilly tied up with Hart. Dilly went hard to the floor, but she's going to be called for the foul.
That's the way Haley Dilly plays, though. She is just aggressive, going after every rebound possible. If you do not put a body on her, particularly on a free throw, she will be right in there to snatch that. That'll be her first and team foul number 4. So both teams one foul away from getting into the bonus here to close out the second quarter.
Out front, pass nearly intercepted, but Mallett comes up with it, gets it to Wheeler in the corner. Back out front to Mallett, high post to Hart. Hart over, Slisher, 3 on the way, nearly banked it in. It's no good. Wheeler back out, Mullet. Her shot is up and good. Mallett knocks it down, a 3. She's got 8. 34-19 the score, now a 15-point advantage for Borden. Orleans quickly to the offensive end. Kalia had it knocked away, gets it back over to Callie. Callie, left-handed shot on the left side, up and good. Orleans needed that in the worst way. She's got 12. 34-21 the score, 13-point Borden lead. Flisher out front, gets it over. Mallett open for another 3. That's good. She's starting to feel it. She's got 11. 37-21 the score. Orleans down 16 with the ball. Minute 5 to go in the half. Kalia backs it out with the dribble. Now she's going to drive, and we got an illegal screen set. Ralph went to the floor. They're going to say that she was the one caused the contact, and that will turn it over to Borden.
That'll be now officially on Chelsea. Second personal foul, but it was a player control foul, so even though it's over 5, no free throws to be taken. Let's see if Borden will hold for the final shot or if they will be aggressive here in the final 52 seconds of this first half.
37-21 the score. Borden on top and with the basketball. Orleans still, well, looks like they've gone man-to-man in the half court this time. Hart, she's going to put the ball on the hip across the way at the midcourt stripe where it meets the sideline. Down to 33 seconds to go in the half. Hart still looking, now gets the instructions from the bench, gets it to Mallett. Mallett's going to drive, couldn't get her shot, back out to Hart. Hart to Mullen, Mullen back out to Wheeler. Still 20 seconds to go in the half. They'll call the 5th play, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Matt Vick of Borden. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Another hot shooting quarter for the Lady Braves of Borden, and they've extended their lead out to 37-21 with 16.2 seconds to go. And the Braves have a chance maybe to add a few more here before we get to halftime.
All right, 37-21 the score. Mallett dribbling away some time out front. Rarick, she checked back in and got a touch. Mallett with it. They're looking for Rarick over here in front of us, and a block's going to be called on Mahan as Mallett tried to drive on her, couldn't get around her, and the reason the official says is you were holding her.
And on Mahan, that will be her first over the limit, so that'll be free throws with 3.4 seconds to go. A.J. Mallett to the line, where she's just 1 out of 3, though, this afternoon.
Mallett came in shooting 72% on the year. Free throw up, and no good. Spun out on her. Substitution, Rarick will go back out. Mullen will check in for Borden.
Borden's left the points here in this quarter. In fact, they are 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Man, you had those 4 to the total, That would really be a big hole.
Second free throw up and good. Got the second. Orleans has 3 seconds to work with it. They get it into Mahan. Mahan dribbles into front court, goes to the bucket, lays it up and
nice way to end it.
That's a big momentum shift for Orleans going to the locker room. Still down by 15, though, 38-23. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Well, we're at the half, and to say that was an impressive performance by the Lady Braves of Borden in the first half, that would be an understatement as they come away with a 15-point lead here at the half, 38-23. Whitfield Investments halftime report gets underway. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Looking back at first half action, no ties, no lead changes. Borden came out, and they were ready to put it to Orleans as the Lady Braves got up 9-0. They got points from 4 different players. Mallett, who had a big first half, started things with a field goal. That was followed by a Rarick field goal. Then Hart chips in with a field goal, and Wheeler gets one. So their 4 primary scorers all score in the first 2.5 minutes. And Borden is up 9-0. The rest of the quarter, Orleans actually outscores Borden by a margin of 11-9, but because of that big start, they still trailed by 7. You look at Orleans scoring, it was Haley Dilley that got them started at the 5:13 mark. That got them back within 9-2. Couple of free throws put up and in by Rarick, bumped that lead back up to 9 at 11-2. Orleans then got buckets from Alston and a 3 from Chelsea Ralph, got back within 11-7. Borden makes 1 of 2 free throws. They led it 12-7 before Kalia Alston got a bucket, got them back within 12-9. Borden gets another bucket to respond, up by 5. Then Orleans, for the last time, gets within 3. That was with 1:25 to go on a Callie Alston bucket. That was 14-11. Borden finishes the first quarter on a 4-0 run, and they led it 18-11 after 1. Through the early part of the second quarter, Orleans gets the first points of that quarter as Dilley puts up a shot, gets Orleans within 5 at 18-13, but then Borden runs off 4 straight. They're up 22-13. at that point, it's like Callie Alston said, we need some points. I'm going to score. She got the next 2 buckets for Orleans, got them back within 5 on one occasion before Wheeler knocks down a 3, bumped that lead up to 10 for the first time. Another Alston bucket gets Orleans back within 8 at 25-17. And then Borden scores 4 in a row. They go up 29-17. Orleans would respond with a couple of free throws, got back within 10, but then Borden started to gap things out. They got up by scoring the next 5 at 34-19, a 15-point lead. Their biggest lead of the half would actually be 17 at 38-21 on 1 of 2 free throws with 3 seconds left. Orleans on that miss got the rebound. Mahan was running down the court. It was a matter of if she was going to beat the buzzer or not, and she did. Put it up and in just as the light went off. Got Orleans back within 15 at 38-23. Rebounding battle, that's being won by Borden, a 2-1 margin. They're out rebounding Orleans 14-7. Turnovers, Orleans 8 in the first half. Borden has 6. 38-23, that's your halftime score. When the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from first half action. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and on Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
No two of us are exactly alike. That's why you need a financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own, your family, the dreams that inspire you. Whatever your goals, you need an advisor who can create a plan uniquely tailored to you, all backed by the sophisticated resources of Raymond James. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC.
A family-run company started in 1960 by father and sons, Riverview Farms Incorporated is 50 years and counting. Riverview Farms Incorporated primary focus is pullets, chicken, hogs, and turkeys, and some feed crops as well. Located in Orleans, Indiana, Riverview Farms is a viable agribusiness 4 generations strong and counting, and among the biggest producers of poultry and eggs in the state of Indiana. Riverview Farms, working for families, working for you.
And good shooting by both teams in this regional matchup as we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Just better shooting by Borden Lady Braves. For the Bulldogs in the first quarter, 4 out of 8 from two-point range, 5 out of 8 in the second quarter, 9 out of 16 for the half, 56%. The Dogs went 1 for 4 from three-point land in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 1 out of 6 here at half for 16%. Orleans shot 4 free throws, all of those in the second quarter, and hit 2 of them for 50%. For the Borden Lady Braves, 6 out of 8 two-point shooting in the first quarter, 5 out of 6 in the second, 11 out of 14 for the half for 78%. Three-point shooting, 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 3 out of 6 in the second, 4 out of 8 for the half at 50%. The Braves, though, did leave some points at the free throw line, 3 out of 4 in the first quarter, just 1 out of 5 in the second, so 4 out of 9 at the stripe for the half for 44%. However, they lead it 38-23. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Woohoo! Look at that!
Oh, you're pumped?
Yeah, check this out. I'm 30% to my vacation savings goal.
Your life depresses me.
Well, some people actually have to save so they can travel.
How did you save so much already?
Goal-based savings from Hoosier Hills Credit Union. I set a goal amount and deadline. They recommend how often and how much to save and offer auto transfers. It's vacation savings on autopilot.
I see what you did there.
Hoosier Hills Goal-Based Savings Accounts, a free financial tool for Hoosier Hills members. Visit a Hoosier Hills location to join today. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Big first half for Callie Austin, leading the Bulldogs in scoring with 12. 4 for Haley Dilly, 3 for Chelsea Ralph, 2 for Kalia Austin, and 2 for Elizabeth Mahan. Holly Wolf saw action but did not score. Borden, good balance as they are led by Riley Rarick with 13 points, even though she didn't play a lot in that second quarter due to fouls. But A.J. Mallett picked up the slack with 12, 5 for Ava Wheeler, 4 for Emma Hart, and 4 for McKenna Mullen, as it's a 38-23 advantage here at the half in a regional matchup, a one-game regional. The winner advances to next week's semi-state. We'll be back to wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
As we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report, give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can keep you on track with your goals now and in the future. Foul situation, Chelsea Ralph with 2, nobody else with more than 1. For the Borden Braves, Riley Rarick with 3, and Ava Wheeler with 2.
And Orleans, they will begin second half action with possession of the basketball. They get it into front court to Dilly. A couple of elbows already thrown as they were really getting after Kalia and Callie down low. Kalia's got it out front, had it knocked away for a second. She gets it back, leaves it off for Callie. Callie drives it down the right side, reverses, passes back out front to Kalia, and she traveled trying to get rid of it. That's turnover number 9 against Orleans.
Had some bodies lying on the court, so people started switching, and that got into Kalia's vision, and Kalia kind of flexing that right hand. I don't know if she may have jammed a finger or something in that exchange or what.
Yeah, she got caught up in some of the screens, I think, on the early part of that possession. Right side, Mallett with it. She had a big first half for Borden. Out to Hart, and now to Rarick. Rarick leans in. Shot inside the lane is no good. Wheeler, though, the rebound, fires it back out. Rarick, 3 on the way, is gone.
16 points.
41-23 the score. Now an 18-point Borden lead over Orleans. Orleans to the offensive end. Kalia dribbling away some time out front. Gets it off to Dilly. Dilly bumped and no call. Orleans fans wanted the call. Out to Ralph. Ralph will fire up a 3. That's no good. Rebound. Borden's got it. Rarick runs it across the timeline. Pitches back out front. It was deflected, but they recover. Mallett with it. Down low to Wheeler. Wheeler back out front to Mallett. Mallett backs it out with the dribble. They press that issue as much as they can, but couldn't get a shot, so now they'll run the offense. Left side, Flisher with it. Flisher out front to Wheeler to Rarick. Rarick is right of the key. Rarick to Mallett. Mallett left side to Wheeler. Orleans in the man-to-man. Get it into Rarick. Rarick going to drive in. A lot of contact. She went to the floor and somehow got it to go up and in, but it's not going to count because the foul was a couple of steps before she put it up.
This will go on Haley Dilly. That will be her second team foul, number 1 in this half for the Bulldogs, actually in the third quarter.
Pleasure, or Rarick rather. She brings it in, gets it to Hart at the top of the key, handed off to Wheeler. Now to Rarick, and they'll let her run it from the point. Played about 2 minutes of the second half. Orleans down by 18 and on the defensive end. Rarick at the right hand high. Back out front to Mallett. Mallett left side to Wheeler. They look for cutters. All kinds of traffic in the middle of the lane. Ball tossed down, intended for Hart, but knocked out by I think that was Callie that knocked it out.
She came back from the help side defense that time. They ran a nice little slip screen over there to get the ball over to Hart, but great job by Alston to disrupt that down in the paint.
Bring it in to the top of the key. Wheeler fakes three. Thought about it. Over to Mallett. She'll try that three. It's no good. She hit the floor. No call. Rebound taken down by Orleans. Callie has got it. Running it into front court. Back out front. Kalia will try three. No good. Around and out. Rebound. Wolf comes up with it for Orleans. Now they'll set again. Kalia out front. One of the few second chance opportunities that Orleans has had today. Get it to Callie. Callie, and she's trying to wrestle it away. Was that Slisher? Yeah, she was all over and gets called for the foul.
Taylor Slisher will be picking up her first personal foul, team foul number 1 in this quarter. But they are very aggressive being Borden. I mean, you just kind of show them any piece of the basketball, and they've got hands going at it.
Wolf, 5 count on, finally gets it into Ralph. Right back to Wolf. Couldn't get her shot. They wanted that in the corner. Wolf has used up her dribble. Back out front to Kalia. Now over to Dilly. Dilly, they leave her alone at the three-point line. Over to Wolf. Wolf fakes three. Tried to get it down low. Pass intercepted. Taken away. Going the other way. Rarick will scoop it up and in. 10th turnover of the night against Orleans. Makes it now a 43-23 score. Quickly into front court. Ralph will fire up a three. That's no good. Rarick, the rebound, fends off Dilly, and now heads up the court with it. Dilly right there with her.
I don't think Coach Gilbert happy that all of a sudden the Dogs decided to chuck up threes here. They just need to run their offense and get some baskets to go through to get some confidence.
Wheeler out front gets it over to Rarick. Rarick at the three-point line to the top. Slisher open. Three is on the way. Oh, it just did trickle out. Rebound by Hart is up and no good. Followed again, no good, but she is fouled and will go back to the line. I think the Orleans girls, like you and I, they were expecting that thing to drop in, and it didn't.
We got caught standing looking at that one instead of going after the basketball. That foul, by the way, will be on Kalia Alston. That'll be her second and team foul number 2.
Her first free throw by Hart is no good. Left it well short. Substitution as Mullen will check in, and Slisher will go out.
The only thing the Braves have not done well today, and that's shoot free throws, as we mentioned. 4 out of 9 in the first half, now 0 for 1 here in the second half, make it 0 for 2.
Second free throw, no good as well, so the score remains at 43-23. Orleans down 20 with the basketball, 4:12 and counting in the third quarter of play, and now a deflection and a push is Kalia trying to get back at it with Mullen, and Kalia is charged with that foul.
That's a big foul because that's going to be the third on the freshman. Coach Gilbert, again, not happy with that. Just kind of one of those deals where you shove first, they don't see it, but when you come back and shove to retaliate, that's the foul that they get.
Hart in front court with it, gets it to Rarick. She's in the left corner, down to Wheeler. Wheeler back out. Shot on the way by Mullen is no good, left it short. Callie the rebound for Orleans. She'll run it into front court herself, going to the bucket and laying it up and in.
14.
43-25 the score. She's got better than half of the points for Orleans today.
That was her first basket of this quarter.
3:36 to go in the third quarter of play. Orleans, they're in the zone defense, and Borden says, nope, we're just going to hold it if you're going to do that. Rarick out front with it, gets it over to Mallett. Mallett puts down the left-handed dribble, has used it up, back out to Hart. Hart to Rarick. Rarick at the top of the key, leaves it off for Mullen. Mullen to Wheeler, as she's on the right wing at the three-point line, and had her pocket picked. Coming down with it is Callie, and she will go under and lay it up and in. Turned over to an easy 2, 43-27 the score. Back to a 16-point ball game. That's the sort of play that Orleans is going to need. Stops on defense, turning to offense, but they get it right down to Rarick, and she will lay it up and in. Give and go. She's got 20, and it's 45-27. Orleans down by 18. They've got the basketball, though. Kalia. It's to Dilly. Dilly puts down a couple of bounces. She's going to the bucket, and Rarick reached in, took it away from her. Turnover number 12 against Orleans. Rarick, high dribble into front court. Leaves it off down low for Mullen, who will lay it up and in. She's got 6, and it's back to a 20-point Borden lead at 47-27. Oh, Callie thought the referee was one of her teammates, threw it over toward him, and it goes all the way over to the sideline and out of bounds, and that's 13 turnovers against Orleans. Quick timeout going to be taken. Orleans down 20. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
A family-run company started in 1960 by father and sons, Riverview Farms Incorporated is 50 years and counting. Riverview Farms Incorporated primary focus is pullets, chicken, hogs, and turkeys, and some feed crops as well. Located in Orleans, Indiana, Riverview Farms is a viable agribusiness 4 generations strong and counting, and among the biggest producers of poultry and eggs in the state of Indiana. Riverview Farms, working for families, working for you.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Dogs down by 20 here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. They have got Borden to cool off a bit. Unfortunately, Orleans not making up all that much ground. As Callie Alston so far the only offense in this quarter, as she's got 2 two-point baskets and gives her 18 on the day.
Orleans going to try some run and jump in the half court with the zone defense. They get it to Mullen. Orton with possession of it. Wheeler in the corner as they have spread the court out nicely. Rarick at the top of the key, gets in the lane, pushes the shot up, no good, but Hart went and got the rebound and fires it back out to Rarick. Rarick went to the floor, thought maybe there was going to be a foul call. There is not. The ball goes out of bounds. Give it back to Orleans.
Yeah, let me readjust my math. 16 on the day for Callie, but still she's having a great game, just not getting any help from her teammates, at least on the offensive end here in this ball game.
All right, Orleans to the offensive end. Dilly has it. She's on the right wing. Back out front, she passes to Callie. Callie looking to drive, spins to her left hand, got to the lane, shot up off the glass, no good. Rarick, strong rebound for Borden. She's going to bring it forward herself, got into the lane, lost it on the way to the bucket, and they're going to say that she was fouled on a shot attempt.
That was a break because it didn't look like she had control of the basketball. Foul will be on 14. That'll be Callie Alston. That'll be her second. Team foul number 4. That'll put Riley Rarick at the line. She's one of the few to hit free throws today, as she is 2 out of 2.
Rarick on the year, let's see, 74%. Free throw up and good. Got the first. Bumps that lead up now to 21 for Borden.
He's got 19 points.
It's 48-27. Minute 28 to go in the third quarter of play. Rarick ready for the second. Couple of bounces, eyes the bucket, free throw up and no good. Bounced out on her. Dilly comes down with the rebound for Orleans. He leaves it off for Kalia. Kalia across the timeline, and Orleans sets in the half court. Right side, they go to Dilly. Looking down low, nobody able to get posted up. Borden shutting down all movement in front. Go over to the right side. Callie will launch a three. It's no good. Ball batted out of bounds, and it will go over to Borden.
Once again, the Dogs just kind of taking shots at not coming from their offense. If they get one open out there, they seem to chuck it up. They go to their 1-3-1 half-court trap. Let's see if they can get some steals and easy baskets.
Rarick across the timeline to Mullen. Mullen has used up her dribble out to Mallet. Mallet to Rarick. As they have spread the floor so nicely, Orleans very few opportunities to trap, and they're moving the ball quick. Rarick splits the double team out front, got to the bucket and laid it up and in. She's got 21, 50, 27 the score. Orleans down in a big way right now. Into front court, Callie with it. She's used up the double team. Oh, and got it down low to Dilly, who will lay it up and in. They double teamed Callie, left Dilly all alone. She's got 6. It's 50-29. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Into front court, Mallard with it. Over to Rarick. Rarick in the corner to Slisher. Back out front to Mallard. And to Rarick. Down to 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Rarick drives in, kicks it back out front to Mallett. Still 7 seconds to go. Mallett with it left side. She's got to go. Drives in, kicks it down low to Wheeler. Back out. Splisher will try three at the buzzer. It's good. When it's going good, it's going good. She's got her first. It's 53-29. Borden on top of Orleans after three. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Well, the Lady Bulldogs of Orleans really needed to make some progress on that score in the third quarter, but they did not, and are now trailing by 24, 53-29. That's the score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard as we get into fourth quarter action. Out front, Mallett with it as Borden will begin with the possession of it. Wheeler, right side three is up and good. And the beat goes on as Wheeler knocks down a three. She's got 8, 56-29. Borden on top of Orleans. Orleans to the offensive end. Kalia has used up her dribble. Passes over to Wolf. Wolf out to Callie. Callie motions for Dilly to come out and set that screen. She does. Now works over to the right side. Alston, that's Callie, drives in. Shot blocked, and she will go to the free throw line. See who they want to put that foul on. Had a couple of them there. Hart was one, and Rarick was the other. Looks like it's going to go on Hart. That'll be her second.
And that'll be team foul number one, but at least be a shooting foul to get some points with the clock not running.
Callie's first free throw up and good. 56-30 the score. She's got 15 on the day. Second free throw, it's on the way, and that's up and good. So she got them both. Make it now a 25-point Borden lead at 56-31. Borden to the offensive end. Mallett down the far sideline. Back out front to Rarick. Right back over to Mallett. They've spread Orleans out. Orleans trying to trap, but nowhere near anybody, and they get it down to Hart, who is alone. Lays it up and in. Dilly came over late to challenge and will pick up the foul.
Once again, just as you mentioned, spreading out, good ball movement. Dogs are having to gamble, and it's costing them easy baskets. That'll be 6 on the day for Emma Hart.
58-31 the score. 7:09 to go in the ball game as Ralph will re-enter for Orleans, and Wolf will go out. Hart ready at the line. Free throw up and good. 59-31. 28-point lead for Borden. Orleans headed to the offensive end. Kalia will run it from the point. Rarick has her defensively. Borden man-to-man. Callie with it to the left of the key. Backs her way in. Tried to spin to the bucket, and reaching in, it was taken away by Mallett. Mallett was then bumped and fouled. That'll be 14 turnovers now against Orleans.
It's not going well on either end of the court here for the Dogs in this regional game.
6:50 to go in the ball game. Borden, possession of the basketball and a big lead. They will just kind of spread things out again. Pass over the top of that Orleans defense. Hart with it. The Wheeler. Right corner three is good. She knocks down another. 62-31. She's got 11. 6.5 minutes to go now in the ball game. Borden has doubled up Orleans. Out front, Callie's going to try a three. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound down low. Mahan puts the shot up, no good. Dilly She came down with the rebound, and when she did, Wheeler was over the back, and that will be a foul on Borden.
That'll be the third on Ava Wheeler, just a second team foul, and only the third team foul called in this half on Borden. They've done a really nice job because they were in some foul trouble at halftime, but really have done a nice job to stay away from that being a problem here in this second half.
Get it down low to Ralph. Shot off the glass is no good. Way off the mark. Ball out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Orleans.
Dogs in that third quarter were 3 out of 4 from two-point range for 75%. 0 for 4, though, behind the arc, and did not shoot a free throw. Good shooting continues for the Braves. 4 out of 8 from two-point range for 50%. 2 out of 4 behind the arc, 50%. But again, struggled at the line, just 1 out of 4.
To the offensive end, Rarick went down hard on the floor, still down. They got it down to Hart. She put it up and in. It's good. Count that, and now they'll stop play because Rarick is finally now getting up, and the official looking her in the eye, saying, can you do this, can you do that? That's a concussion protocol kind of thing. I think they may take her out of the ball game just in case.
Hart already 5 points in this quarter, gives her 9 for the game. Looks like, though, Riley in good shape as she comes out, and why not? She goes to the bench, 23 points through 3 quarters.
64-31. Borden up by 33. Kalia across the midcourt stripe gets it to Callie. Now it's knocked away. It's loose on the floor. It's going to be taken away. Finally, Dilly had her feet on it, but Mallet wrestled it away from her. They did not call a jump ball, a turnover against Orleans. That's their 15th. Out front, Wheeler with it. She's going to drive in. Went to the bucket, put the shot up, no good, but she is fouled and will get a chance at the free throw line.
One of the few times we've seen Ava Wheeler real be aggressive heading to the basket. That foul will be on the Bulldogs, and it's going to go on Liz Mahan. That'll be her second, team foul number 3, but it will be 2 shots at the line for Ava Wheeler, who stepped out and hit 2 big threes in this quarter.
Wheeler's free throw up and good. 34-point lead. The last thing I would have thought of coming into this ball game was we could have a running clock at some point.
That was not even a factor.
Yeah, if she makes this, it will be. She's got, 12 on the day?
Yes, she does.
Going for 13 here. Free throw on the way is no good. Rebound. Callie has it, and a foul called as Mullen came over the back of Callie Alston.
For McKenna, that's just her first personal foul. Be team foul number 3, whistled, a common foul. Dogs will have the length of the court to go with 5:31 remaining on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard.
All right, keep playing hard. Kalia across the timeline, gets it back out front to Callie. Callie with that left-handed dribble as Rarick comes out to guard her. Callie angles over to the near side and wants to spin into the lane. Got there, put the shot up. It barely drew iron, no good. Wheeler the rebound for Borden. Now Rarick. Rarick will bring it across the timeline. 5:05 to go.
Rarick is just a great matchup against Callie in a man-to-man situation. They both have length and size and quickness.
Rarick driving in, had it fumbled a little bit, but came down with it. She's got 25, and it's now a 36-point Borden lead, 67-31. They have just played well today. Out front, Dilly with it. Dilly has used up her dribble, needs some help. Mahan comes to get it, handed off to Kalia. Kalia near the midcourt stripe. Goes over to Dilly. Dilly at the three-point line, looks down low, couldn't get it to Callie. Back over to Dilly. Dilly backs it out with the dribble again. They leave her open. She doesn't want that three. Get it now to Callie, and we've got a foul. And this one will go against Borden out front. I believe Slisher was the one with the extra push.
You've got that. Tried to set that screen. That'll be the first on Saylor. Team foul number 4. The next will put the Dogs at the line. And with that running clock, it's down to 4 minutes and going as all of a sudden Matt Vick is able to start to get in some of the fresher faces off the bench. We see Harper Martin, number 31, enter the game for the Borden Lady Braves.
Oh, all got away.
Hold on there, Rep.
All right, now we're ready. Kalia, she's got it, has it, slaps it, 5 count on, finally gets it to Dilly at the three-point line. Dilly looks to drive, couldn't get through. Now passes back out front to Kalia to Callie. Callie, guarded by Hart this time, out to Dilly. This time she'll fire a three that's good. All right, maybe get her some confidence. She's got 9. 67-34 the score. Borden on top with 3:15 to go in the ball game. Hart will put the ball on her hip out front. She gets it to Rarick. Rarick back out to Hart as they work a little weave out front. Orleans guarding, but not real aggressive out of it just yet. Rarick at the midcourt stripe. Puts down the dribble, drives on Dilly, and contact, and a foul called as Mahan. She took the worst of it. She's complaining, foul on me. I don't think so, and I think she's going to be stuck with it.
And on Mahan, that'll be her third. That'll be team foul number 4. Both teams now, next foul will put them at the line.
All right, get the ball inbounds to Mallet, and a reach-in foul going to be called?
No, it was tipped away and stolen, and Dilly came down with it. And then I believe as Martin tried to get it back, she will be called for the reach-in foul.
And a hockey line shift change going to go into effect for Borden as they're going to bring 4 new ones in. As Mullen, along with Hart and Rarick, they will be going out. We got to get one of the free throws shot first before we can make some substitutions, though.
Matt Vick talked to me, and we were done with our pregame. I said, okay, who else is dressing today and who's not? And he gave me the list, and he said, okay, if these girls get in, there's 2 things happening. We're either way ahead or we're way behind. And for Borden, they're way ahead, and here come those girls.
Yeah, it's a good chance for them to get some regional experience. Let's see, I see 40 Thornberry is in there, 24 Jablonski is in there, 1 Pappas is in, and Condon, 14, she's in there. Free throw up by Mahan, no good. But Dilly the rebound, and they get it down low to Callie, and she is bumped from behind, so we're going to have a couple of more free throws taken by Orleans. 67-34 the score, 2:09 to go in the ball game. Orleans down big time.
Harper Martin, 2 quick fouls right there.
All right. First free throw by Callie is up and good. Make it 67-35.
Gives her 19 on the day.
Going for 20 here. Second free throw up and good. Got them both. 67-36 the score. Borden on top and with possession of the basketball. That'll be Pappas with it. She's across the timeline. Goes left side to Thornberry. Orleans aggressive out of the half court, and a reach in and a jump ball called as Callie tied up Thornberry, and Orleans will get it back with 1:50 and a running clock.
Orleans not giving up. They're still out there battling here, knowing that the outcome is decided, but they're still playing till that final horn.
In the ball game for Orleans. Is that Gilstrap, 21? Yeah. All right, get it to Callie. Callie in the lane, had it knocked away. Taken away by Borden. Now the ball loose in midcourt. Orleans gets it back. They get it to Callie driving in. Borden knocked it away momentarily, but Callie recovers. Now she's going to turn to the bucket. Shot up, good, count it, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, she had to work for that one a couple of times just to get free and around. Foul's going to be on Pappas. That'll be her first over the limit, and we'll give Callie an opportunity for a 3-point play.
67-38 the score. Callie's free throw up and good. Got it. 67-39 the score. And Wolf is going to check in for Orleans. And Callie Alston, one of the seniors, she will go out. Standing ovation from the student section and from the Orleans folks across the way. They know what kind of contribution she has made to this program.
Well, and today, 23 of the 39 points belong to number 14.
Out front, Borden into the front court. Get it there to Jablonski. Jablonski, she works over to the left side to Condon. Out front to Thornberry. Thornberry will go over to Martin in there also. Down to 50 seconds to go in the ball game. As Borden, they've got it on the baseline. Jablonski puts it up from 10 feet out, and it goes. She's got her first 2. 69-39 the score. Borden a 30-point lead over Orleans. 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Wolf out front with it. Gets it over to Kalia. Kalia drives, can't get her shot. Back out to Wolf. They've come to get her after all those threes she made last week. Kalia, left side 3 is up and good. She's got 5. 69-42 the score. Just 14 seconds left in this one. Orleans, will they let them just kind of dribble it out? Looks like they will. Condon has got it near the midcourt stripe. Down to 5 seconds. The celebrate, and they will go home with a regional championship, defeating Orleans 69-42. We'll take a break. We'll come back, start talking about this one. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the Lady Braves of Borden, they've got the trophy, and they begin their celebration out at midcourt as the students rush out to join their team, and they celebrate a 69-42 win over the Lady Bulldogs of Orleans. And said it during the fourth quarter, last thing we would have thought would happen coming into this one would be a running clock either way. These two teams were so evenly matched, but Borden, Lady Braves, they came out and they played extremely well today. They made a good percentage of their shots. They were just tough to handle both on the offensive and the defensive ends, and they wound up getting a 27-point win over Orleans today, 69-42. Orleans came in ranked number 5 in the state, but Borden, the defending state champions, they were ranked even higher. They were ranked at number 2 coming in. Looking back at this one as we begin the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show. Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Well, we had no ties, no lead changes. It started early, and the scoring went often for the Lady Braves of Borden as they broke out to a 9-0 lead. They got buckets from 4 different players. They've got players at just about every position that can score, and they showed that right off the bat. In the first 2.5 minutes, they go up by a score of 9-0. Orleans would counter as Haley Dilly got 2 of her points to get Orleans on the board finally. That was with 5:15 to go in that first quarter of play. Borden, they would keep responding, though. Orleans, they fought back after being down 9-0, fought back to within 3. At 12-9. Matter of fact, after that start, they actually outscored Borden by a slim margin of 11-9, but still trailed it 18-11 after 1. Orleans comes out, start of that second quarter, and just as it was in the first, Dilly gets their first bucket of the quarter. It was a 5-point ball game at that point in time. But what you saw the rest of that quarter was a bunch of small runs on the part of the Lady Braves of Borden. A 4-0, a 6-2 type run, and that difference just kept growing and growing. At the 4:42 mark of the second quarter, Borden got their first double-digit lead of the day at 25-15. Orleans would continue to battle back, got within 8 on a couple of occasions before a couple of those mini runs bumped that lead up to 12 at 31-19. They scored 5 more, and it was a 15-point ball game at 34-19. Matter of fact, it would be a 15-point margin at the half, only thanks to the fact that Elizabeth Mahan, she got a bucket just as the horn sounded to end that first half, and Orleans was down 15, 38-23. They had to know coming out in the second half they'd need to get off to a good start, and they did not. Orleans did not. Borden did. They came out, scored the first 5 of the second half, and they were up 20, 43-23. Orleans would get a couple of Callie Alston buckets to get back within 16 before Borden goes on a 7-0 run. They were up 50-27. It wound up being a 53-29 lead for Borden after 3, as they got a buzzer-beating shot that was put up and in by Slisher, a 3, that gave them that 53-29 advantage. About a minute or two into that fourth quarter, that's when Borden went on their best run of the day. They were up 25 at 56-31, and then next thing you know, you're looking at a score of 67-31. They just went on an 8-0 run, got that running clock. Orleans got some points after that, but it had been decided long before, and it wound up being a 69-42 win for Borden. Looking at the rebounding battle, that was won by Borden by a margin of 24-15. Turnovers, 15 against Orleans, 9 against Borden. Well, 69-42, that's your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. When the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show continues, we'll be taking a look at some of the individual and team stats from today's ball game. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Orleans Auto Value Parts emphasizes the importance of maintaining your current vehicle amidst rising new car prices. They are your local auto value dealer offering affordable, high-quality auto parts with reliable service. At Auto Value, you can find a comprehensive selection to keep your car, truck, SUV, or tractor performing at its best. They stock Deca and Interstate batteries, custom-make hoses, and provide paint mixing services to match any vehicle color on the road. Operating hours are convenient, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them at 153 West Washington Street in Orleans or reach out by phone at 812-865-4444. Whether you need routine maintenance items or specific parts to enhance your vehicle's performance, Orleans Auto Value Parts is dedicated to meeting your automotive needs with quality products and expert service.
Well, the Lady Braves of Borden, they looked every bit the part of the defending state champions today as they downed Orleans 69-42. Thought coming in it was a battle of two evenly matched teams. Matter of fact, Orleans had beaten Borden in the regular season by 3, but today Borden, they just shot it so well, and seemed like every time that they would miss, they got the rebound and put it back up and in, but just shot it so well that Orleans could not keep up.
Come out from the opening tip, did Borden. I mean, they were focused in, ready to play. Got off to that great start. I believe it was 9-0. Got Orleans on their heels and really never let them in. And you would think if you're Orleans, you're going to think, okay, there's got to be a stretch when they start missing some shots. Well, they didn't. They just shot the ball extremely well from the first tip-off all the way to the final buzzer. Their only problem was shooting free throws. If the Dogs could have got them to shoot field goal percentage like they did free throws, they'd have had a shot in this game, but it just did not pan out that way for Orleans here today in this regional matchup. As we take a look, Orleans didn't shoot the ball all that badly as well, particularly from two-point range. Today, the Dogs in the first quarter went 4 out of 8, 5 out of 8 in the second, 3 out of 4 in the third, and 2 out of 3 in the fourth. For the game, 14 out of 23 for 61%. Three-point shooting for Orleans today, 1 out of 4 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 in the second, 0 for 4 in the third, and 2 out of 3 in the fourth. 3 out of 13 for the ball game for just 23%. The Dogs did not shoot a free throw in the first quarter or in the third quarter. They were 2 out of 4 in the second, 5 out of 7 in the fourth. For the game, 7 out of 11 at the charity stripe for 64%. For the Orleans Bulldogs, well, they just cannot stay with the shooting today of the Borden Lady Braves. The Braves started out hot and stayed hot this entire contest. First quarter play, they went 6 out of 8 from two-point range, 5 out of 6 in the second, 4 out of 8 in the third, and then 4 out of 4 in the fourth quarter. For the game, Borden from two-point range was 19 out of 26 for an outstanding 73% shooting. Three-point shooting was also above their average today. 1 out of 2 in the first quarter, 3 out of 6 in the second, 2 out of 4 in the third quarter, and 2 out of 2 in the fourth quarter, as Borden did not miss a field goal attempt in that fourth and final quarter of play. From the three-point range today, the Braves were 8 out of 14. Again, an outstanding 57%. Where they did struggle, the only thing that Coach Matt Dick can really get on his girls about today was free throw shooting. They went 3 out of 4 in the first quarter, 1 out of 5 in the second, 1 out of 4 in the third, and 2 out of 3 in the fourth quarter. For the game, the Braves at the line were 7 out of 16 for 44%. But they win it here today to move on to the Class A semi-state for the second straight year as they defeat the Orleans Bulldogs 69-42. When we continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game show, we'll take a look at individual scoring. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Borden Lady Braves, regional champions here at Jasper in their second game of regional play. In game one today, it was Evansville Christian defeating White River Valley 73-32. Take a look at individual scoring here. First of all, for the Orleans Bulldogs, led today by their senior, Callie Alston, as she has led them the last 2 years. Today, she finished up her career with 23 points in an outstanding game. 9 on the day for Haley Dilley. Then 5 for Kalia Alston, 3 for Chelsea Ralph, who just couldn't get anything to fall today, and 2 for Elizabeth Mahan off the bench, as Hallie Wolf started but did not score. Also, we saw Caitlin Gilstrap see action late in the game, and she did not score. For the Borden Lady Braves, well, they just had balanced scoring, particularly from their starting lineup here today. It was Riley Rarick. She got off to a great start with 9 points in the first quarter of play. Then got into some foul trouble, which limited her time on the court, particularly in the first half, but still ended up with a game-high 25 points to lead the Braves to their regional championship today. And then it was Ava Wheeler with 12. A.J. Mallett also a big second quarter. She ended up with 12 for the day. Emma Hart had 9, then 8 for McKenna Mullins. 3 on the day for Sailor Slisher, and 2 for Anna Jablonski off the bench. Peyton Fisk, Harper Martin, Chloe Pappas, and Shelby Condon saw action, but they did not score in this ball game. It was the Braves, as we mentioned, jumped out to a 9-0 lead here in this contest, and then it was 18-11 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Borden outscored Orleans 20-12 to make it 38-23 at the half. Third quarter, the Dogs just could not make any inroads here against this hot shooting team from Borden. The Braves outscored Orleans 15-6, and in the final quarter, that advantage again stays with Borden, outscoring the Dogs 16-13. And your final today here at the Jasper Regional on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It was Borden advancing to the semi-state, 69-42 over Orleans. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Kirby Hardware has been helping the residents of Orleans keep their homes and farms running smoothly since 1953. Kirby Hardware carries a full line of GE appliances, hardware items, household items, lawn and garden supplies, paint, and a full line of plumbing, all with the knowledge to get you what you need to do the job right the first time. Kirby Hardware open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 7 till 2. Phone them at 812-865-2510. Kirby Hardware at 206 East Jefferson Street.
Unfortunately for the Orleans Lady Bulldogs, season comes to an end today here at the Regional as they fall to the Borden Lady Braves, 69-42, as the Bulldogs wrap up their season, an outstanding season, 21-4, the most wins ever for a girls basketball team at Orleans High School, and of course their second sectional champion that they were able to capture last week, but again, unfortunately, unable to get things going here in this regional game as they fall to the defending state champs, that being the Borden Lady Braves. As we continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show, and Coach Jared Gilbert gracious enough to join us today. And Coach, it was just one of them days, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know, it didn't have a best start that we wanted. Kind of got in a hole early, but I think the worst thing was they started making shots early and never really cooled off. So when they're doing that, they're a tough team to guard.
I was going to say, you just tried to get stops, but they were making tough shots today.
Yeah, they were. We threw everything we had at them that we've been working on all week. You know, it started trying to contain Marerick, but she has a way to get loose, and when she's making shots, she's almost impossible to guard. And, you know, she's as good a player as we played all year, and she definitely was at her best today. So sometimes you just got to tip your hat to them, and, you know, they were the better team today for sure.
Well, they came out, as you mentioned, that great start, Coach, but you kind of got to look at that. You know, they've been in these situations before, and I think that might have been a difference.
Yeah, I think so. You know, they're such a physical team. You know, they get after you on the defensive end, and you know, they've been here and done this, and you know, they I think took advantage of their experience a little bit there, and you know, we had sometimes you know, deer in the headlight look there at times, and you can't play that way. You got to attack them, and we talked, you know, all week about, you know, staying on the attack, and I thought we were a little bit timid coming out, and that had a lot to do with their physicality, and we just didn't handle it as well as we needed to.
That was a game here, Coach, where you never could get a run or anything consistently going on the offensive end.
No, we couldn't. You know, we were trying. Callie was trying to get it, but again, they kind of took us out of everything we were trying to do. You know, they were making Callie earn everything she got. You know, she was having a lot of times two people on her, and then they got the size and the physicality to play physical with her. And when somebody got 2 or 3 fouls, they just throw somebody else on her, and they just kept throwing bodies on her. And to Callie's credit, you know, I thought she played a heck of a game, but you know, we got to make some more shots, I think, to hang around there early, and we just didn't have enough in.
Well, we talked about during the game, this is one of the few teams, Coach, that can match up with her athletic ability and size.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know, they bring it from all different positions. You know, they're 5 on the floor at all times, are athletic. They can do a lot of different things. They about all can shoot it. They all can go post you. They just have so many weapons. There's so many things you have to stop, and when they're all clicking at the same time, you know, they're a tough team to beat.
Yeah, particularly when they shoot the ball as well as they did today.
Right, yeah. They shoot it like that. I don't know if anybody can beat them, you know, and that's what I told your coach, and he basically said, you know, it makes you, you know, look pretty good when you're making shots like that, and that's
kind of what happened today. Well, unfortunately, Coach, season comes to an end. What did you talk to your team about after this was over? I told them to, walk out of here with their head held high. They have a lot to be proud of. Went through, not only a sectional championship, PLAC championship. We won our tournament, most wins in the history of our program. And then, Callie became our all-time leading scorer today as well in our history in Orleans. So, we got a lot of things, I think, that we will look back and be proud of, but right now it hurts. Right. And that was the hardest thing, is telling them, this is the last time, and I hate it for that reason more than anything, is the last time I get to coach you guys. And, I think they felt like we could come in here and win, and they believed that. But it just didn't happen today. And but eventually I told them they'll look back and they'll realize all the great things that they were able to accomplish this year. What can you say about your seniors, though, Coach, with Liz, Callie, and Caitlin? Yeah, they've just done everything we've asked them. I've coached Liz a lot. We go back to golf, and I told her, I said, you're finally done with me being your coach, unfortunately. And, it was one of those things where she's such a hard worker and comes in there and gives you energy and does everything she can do. And she accepted her role. Caitlin, same way. She played off the bench all year for us, and there's games where she's on the bench and then just cheering us on. And we, that takes a special individual to be able to handle that, and she was able to do that. And when we called her number, she was coming into play. And then obviously Callie, starting every game for 4 years straight, attention on her. But she's just an unbelievable kid. I can't, say enough about all three of them. Well, as I look back, Coach, I think this group of seniors can also say that they leave with a career record of 71 wins and 27 losses, which also has to be a record. Yeah, that says it all. What they've been able to do in their 4 years here will be felt forever in our program. I can't thank them enough, for what they've done, and just younger kids being able to see them and the type of people they are. That's nothing that helps your program. So, yeah, I couldn't be any prouder of what they're able to do. That was going to be my next comment, Coach, was the fact that the success that they have established, they have put the bar high for girls now to shoot for and achieve. Yeah, that's what, success breeds success. And, even though we weren't able to do this should add motivation for them to try to get it done, going into the next year and the next year. And, realize how much it hurts when you get to this level and when it's over, and not want that to happen. And that's hopefully what will come out of this. And the kids will keep working and getting better. We got a lot of kids back, and hopefully it'll just be more motivated again next year. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on a great season. I know a tough day today, but thank you and your staff and everything that you helped us throughout the entire season here in the postseason run as well. It's been fun following this team. It really has. I appreciate it, Dave, and we appreciate you covering us. And, I hate it to come to the end, but, we just got to be by a better team today. Yeah, they're just going to be one team happy. Actually, right. 4 teams happy in a couple of weeks in there. That's right. Thanks, Coach Gilbert. Right. Congratulations. Thank you, Dave. Head Coach Jared Gilbert of the Orleans Bulldogs. Again, they fall here in regional play, 69-42. You're listening to Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
For the Orleans Lady Bulldogs, the season unfortunately comes to an end here in regional play at Jasper High School as they fall to the number 2 team in Class A and the defending state champs, Borden Lady Braves, 69-42. Two good teams going at it, but one team played extremely well, that being Borden, and for Orleans, not their best game of the year.
No, and, a lot of that just had to do with Borden. We talked about the shooting percentages and whatnot, and, Borden just shot lights out, and they didn't stop the entire time. But defensively, they were locked in because, you hear coaches say, we can't let the Alston girls go to their left. I can't remember, but maybe one or two occasions where they actually got to their left just on its own without having to have a screen set or something like that. So Borden just played extremely well defensively. And the few shots that Borden missed seemed like they were getting the offensive rebound and putting it back up in when they did. So they just played really well. And like I said, at the end of the game, they looked every bit the part of a defending state champion. They were just solid from position 1 to position 5, and nothing Orleans was going to do today was going to get them a win. They could have played extremely well themselves and matched them shot for shot. Borden probably still would have come out because they played that well.
And make no mistake about it, they got beat by a good team. In fact, they're the number 2 team in Class A for a reason. And, of course, it helps to have Ava Wheeler back. And that will help
it really does.
Continuing over the next couple of weeks as they win the regional here. This is their second consecutive regional win. They won last year at West Washington and here today at Jasper to punch their ticket to the semi-state. And, again, they will await, like all regional championship teams today, till tomorrow for the semi-state pairing show at 2 o'clock. And that'll be on the IHSATV.org website to find out how they will match up in semi-state play and where those semi-state games will be played. But again, this group from Orleans, as we talk with Coach Gilbert, a great year with 21 wins, the most in school history. They won their own holiday tournament. They also, for the second consecutive year, were Patoka Lake Athletic Conference champions and, of course, picked up the second ever sectional championship, but just can't quite get over that hurdle yet in regional. So that gets your senses set for next year. Okay, we want to win another sectional, but we also want to get to that regional and pick up a win there.
Yeah, and, there's definitely enough coming back because the only one of the starters that they're going to lose is Callie Alston. Granted, all-time leading scorer in school history, but there is a lot coming back to work with, and they'll be a year older, a year stronger, and they won't have to deal with this Borden team. They may have to deal with them, but not this team. This team is just something else. And we knew the first time we saw them when this group was freshmen.
Right.
They are going to be a handful. And finally, they're graduating and will give somebody else a break.
They've had great success. They're the reigning state champs, and right now they are 22-4 and heading to the semi-state next weekend. We'll be back to wrap things up on the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show. You're listening to Lady Bulldogs basketball on Mix 95.3 and Gold 98.7 WSEZ.